Hello and welcome, Reds. Thank you very much for tuning in for our post-match reaction show. Liverpool 3-0 win against Norwich at Carrow Road to progress to the last 16 of the Carabao Cup. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as we go through live tonight. We'll feature every single one of them. And if you are enjoying tonight's stream, make sure you do drop a like and drop a follow, whatever platform you're watching via Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. Let me know your thoughts and I will be replying to every single one of them. Very comfortable performance by Liverpool tonight, featuring a lot of young players making their senior debuts. Kay Gordon, the young lad, 16 years old, looked at a man ahead of his years, really played off more or less the whole majority of the game and very much looked at ease, considering, yes, Norwich didn't have a full strength side out, but no, the Liverpool, no discredit, that doesn't take away from the great individual performances in which the Liverpool squad have, and a lot of rotation players coming tonight. Reds won it. It's great that we're seeing this impact from them. Takumi Minamino getting the 2 goals, fantastic, especially that second goal, a lovely assist by Ox, but Taki more or less took it upon himself to really, such a clever touch to get it past Angus Gunn in a Norwich goal anyway. Divock Origi getting a goal courtesy of a Costas cross. Very well directed ball in, and it's great to see the competition throughout the whole squad thriving. The players that are coming tonight really did impress. Curtis Jones, probably my man of the match. There's a lot of great team performances. Taki or Jones, man of the match for me. Reds, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But I think watching the whole squad tonight, there was so many great individual performances. But for me, Curtis Jones very much ran the show. Still a young lad. Probably should have really started first week into the Premier League campaign, but obviously he's had his niggling injuries really, and obviously due to illness over the last couple of weeks anyway. But he took it upon himself to really establish himself tonight. But he is more or less one of the more or less big senior players. Now, he's still a young player, but given the experience in which he's got in this Liverpool squad, he really didn't look out of place. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain probably had a quiet night. I think he would be disappointed from his personal point of view that he really didn't force himself into the game a bit more. He's given a lot of license, but it's difficult. He's come back from a massive injury over the last couple of seasons, and it's taken him a while, and I think it will take a couple more weeks until we do see the very best of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, but he will very much get to his best. I'm pretty sure of that. And that'll be quite a quiet night anyway. But Gordon, we've spoken. 16 years old, but what I did like about his performance tonight, Reds, was he was getting in the right positions, but he wasn't scared. I know it's a kind of all cooking talk about it, but it's still a professional game of football, and 16 years old, similar player that Harvey Elliott. Both of these players don't lack confidence, and the footballing ability is very prominent. Gordon, it's a lot of hype from the academy when you listen to Pep Linders and obviously all the academy directors speak about him as well. Very great performance by Gordon, really, in terms of that. Everyone, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Gomez and Canate at the back. Joey Gomez, captain the Liverpool side tonight, and both of them really didn't put a foot wrong. I know the whole Liverpool team, from a defensive point of view, very much limited Norwich in terms of their attack and output. Every single Norwich attack that really did get thrown at them, they very much shut it down, really, apart from obviously the Bradley penalty, which we'll discuss in a little second. But in terms of Canate and Gomez, great minutes underneath the belt as well. There's not going to be I know Gomez played a couple of weeks ago anyway, but those two, it's great to see that they've got a bit of a partnership. The more they play together, they will progress in terms of getting games of football underneath the belt. Costas going down the left, superb yet again. It's fantastic to see this young lad. It didn't really happen for them last season. That was due to injuries and obviously COVID and settling into Liverpool as well anyway. But this lad's Costas, I'd tell you, probably one of the best left backs I've seen at Liverpool in my lifetime anyway. I know we've got Andy Robinson, world class, we know how good he is, but Costas, he's phenomenal. And it's great to see that he's providing that proper competition down that left-hand side. And it's quality competition as well. He's not just coming into the Liverpool side tonight and just being happy to be there. He's putting in an absolute shift, and he's putting in quality deliveries like we've seen with the Divock Origi cross anyway. And Bradley, let me know your thoughts on Bradley's performance. I was absolutely made up. I know he did give away a penalty, but he's a young lad. He's going to learn, and he'll learn so much from tonight's performance. And we've spoken about Gordon. I've already alluded to him getting at this Norwich side. And Bradley was very much the same. He was a lot of confidence when he was getting past that Norwich back line, getting past Gibson and Hanley down that right-hand flank. He was very much getting his head up and trying to look for that final ball, the final cross to really put it into the danger zone. Yeah, he gave away the pen, but he's a young lad. He'll learn so much from the experience, and yeah, he put in a cracking shift. And Kelleher really saving the pen that Bradley did give away, but he got like 5 appearances last year, Kelleher, and big performances as well, and he's coming on leaps and bounds, and it's great to see that Liverpool have got such a quality goalkeeper in the back sticks, especially if Alisson is missing this year. We all know that Kelleher has got the quality and he's got that experience at such a young age already, but Liverpool in safe hands if he does stay at the football club and stays fit. But let's get to your comments as well, Reds, as we go tonight. Dave has gone with a good run out for the Reds tonight. Kelleher, Gordon, Origi and Taki for me. Absolutely spot on there, Dave. Great win. Helen, get in. Origi and Minamino too. We are glad we didn't sell Origi. Helen, yeah, it's Divock. He's the true professional, and I know a lot of us have probably said the club were looking to sell, and I think the club were, but he's knuckled down yet again, and he's not kicked off a fuss, and he's a sheer professional, regardless if he does stay at the football club. But when he has come in tonight, when he was in the Champions League as well, when he's called upon, he's really delivered, and it's great to see. And it'll give him a lot of confidence. Him and Taki, as David said, it's great that these players that are not necessarily getting a lot of minutes, but when they are given the opportunity tonight, they've fully shown their quality to the club. And it's great, especially when you're not in the squad all the time. But if you're getting the odd appearances, Taki will be absolutely buzzing for the next couple of days, next couple of weeks as well. And when he does get that opportunity, Taki, whether that's off the bench or if he does start in the Premier League game in the coming weeks, he'll be ready and raring to go. But absolutely spot on there, Helen. Good evening, Jegs there. Hope you're having a lovely evening, everyone. And Everton did get beat as well, so is right to QPR. Adrian Rafa doing the business, so that's scouse, isn't it? Do we know what when the next round draw is, Helen? It is tomorrow after the Manchester United West Ham game anyway, so stay tuned. Keep an eye on socials for that as well. Origi and Minamino was class tonight. Now some of our rival fans might just give the lads a break. It's the thing, Jegs, everyone's fan bases will never be satisfied. Even when people have a 10 out of 10 performance, people will always go, oh, he didn't have a 10 out of 10 performance. But the lad's done absolutely superb, didn't he? Hi, Helen. How you doing? Everyone's saying hello to each other. The Reds have got no money, but when a League Cup. Jegs, you never know. But as we say, I know the League Cup is not on the top of priorities. The Premier League and obviously the Champions League are Liverpool's priorities. But this is why we're wanting good squad depth within our squad. We've seen the likes of City just have the squad depth in which they've had. Yes, we can talk about their opposition in which they've been drawing against. Wycombe were winning against Man City's multi-million-dollar team tonight. I think were they winning 1-0, or I know they were drawing 1-1 at one point. But with Akinfenwa up front, a legendary striker. But yeah, this is why we've got Kostas. I'd be happy if Liverpool win the league. Liverpool are the joint record holders of the League Cup with 8. We've got a illustrious career anyway. It still counts as trophies, but yes, the Premier League and the Champions League should be the paramount. But if we can add the Carabao Cup to a league or a Champions League double, that'd be fantastic. But once you get into the latter stages, I think we've got to win it anyway, depending on obviously the fixture congestion, and it all comes down to whether Liverpool have got injuries as well. So if Liverpool have got injuries next couple of weeks or months, then I think the Carabao Cup will very much get sacrificed in terms of that. Evening, Jack. K. Gordon was boss tonight. Gary, absolutely spot on there, mate. Having a lovely evening, mate. Appreciate you tuning in. Gary, what really stood out for you in Gordon's game tonight? I know I said at the top of the show it was his direct running, something similar that we've seen from a young Harvey Elliott when he did come into the Liverpool setup, really. But Gordon looks very switched on, Gary, and everyone in chat, when he does get down that byline, he looks like he's got a brain. So not a lot of young players that age have very much have a brain. They have like the quality to get past a man, but the final delivery is not quite there. But Gordon, he looks a lad ahead of his years in the ilk of a certain Harvey Elliott when he does get in the final third. Fine, thank you, Jexter. How are you? Hi, Jack. How are you, mate? Did you want us to win so United couldn't catch you? Yeah, I'll tell you what, mate. It's bloody crazy. Hopefully, mate, come on the hammers anyway tomorrow. That'd be decent. Yeah. I tell you, is Antonio playing tomorrow, mate? I don't think you'll probably rest quite a lot of the Hammers players anyway. But appreciate you tuning in, matey. Good luck for tomorrow. Fingers crossed. That'd be lovely jubbly if you can win there. Hi everyone. Oh yeah, spot on there, boys and ladies. Made up every single one of you to tune in. Really do appreciate it. Absolute legends. So still recovering from a heart attack, Helen, but otherwise I'm fine. Oh, bloody hell, Jags. Hopefully you're all right, mate. Message me on socials, mate. Really do appreciate you tuning into the stream, mate. But if you need anything, message me. I'm open. My DMs are always open, but fingers crossed, mate. You're in my thoughts. Look after yourself, matey. But didn't know that, mate. But as I said, if you need anything, message me or anyone in stream. Our DMs are always open. But hopefully you're on the mends, mate. Be thinking of you. Yeah, spot on there, Helen. Absolutely spot on, everyone. His pace. His pace. Obviously talking about Gordon, Gary. He likes to put his foot in, Jack. It's great. Like we've seen tonight, Gary, and everyone in it, especially when you're a young player, when you're playing in a man's game, especially the 16 years old. I can't mention what I was doing at 16. Yeah, but when you're playing a physically demanding game that is football, especially when you're playing opposition in the Premier League, look at Hanley, for Christ. Hanley, Norwich is number 5. He's like 30 odds, 35, and he was putting a foot in, and that's what you need sometimes, Gary, you know? When the players that aren't scared, when you get the opportunity to really have the quality, when you've got that, but you've got to have that bustling nature. That's something that sometimes get branded the Minamino, that he really needs to build up on his strength, and I think he will very much do that the longer he plays at Liverpool Football Club as well. And we've seen it at Salah when he comes into the Premier League with Chelsea. He wasn't the fine specimen that he is now. He's built like a bodybuilder, really, in terms of his physique, and I think that's something that especially Elliott and the likes of Minamino and Jones as well, and Trent even this year he's bulked up, I think so. But when you're young players, you really need to they're still developing in terms of their physique, still growing as well. So, but it's absolutely spot on there, Gary. And it'd be very interesting to see how he does develop, as long as he keeps his head down, learns from Harvey Elliott and the players in and around him, and he focuses on his football and has the right people around him. Pretty sure he does have anyway, Craig Gordon, but he's got a very bright future, anyway, mate. Russ, hello, mate. Hope you're well. You too, matey. Really do appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, he's playing tomorrow. Oh, spot on there, mate. Should be, as he likes playing versus the big teams. Spot on there, mate. Now, no worries, mate. As I said, message me if you need anything, mate. And all of us, especially everyone in the stream as well. Don't hesitate. Keep me and everyone in chat updated as well, mate. Thinking of you. Hope yeah, spot on there. Gary, Canate was fantastic. What I liked about Gary, and everyone, let us know your thoughts on Canate's game tonight. Him and Joe Gomez, I know it's Norwich, but no discredit to Norwich, but still a Premier League outfit, and you've got to beat the team in front of you, whether that's in the cup games or the league games, regardless. Canate, he's I personally think, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I know a lot of the French journalists, when prior to us signing Konate, they were ranking Konate, saying he was a bit more intelligent in terms of his than Upamecano that has just recently gone to Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga anyway. But a lot of the journalists were saying Konate's game in terms of a psychological game, in terms of his defensively, how switched on he is, that Konate was 5-10 steps ahead of Upamecano. If that's the case, and by the looks of it, when you look at him, it's not easy to adapt to the Premier League, is it? I've seen so many centre-backs, especially over the years, that have really struggled, but Konate's got that ability. And the more in which he learns about the game, the more he learns alongside Gomez, Joel Matip, Van Dijk, and still he's a young player that has developed so much. Zuma will probably start tomorrow. So everyone, the West Ham lads in the channel, really appreciate your support. Absolute legends all the way from Iron United and the lads and that. But fingers crossed, everyone, West Ham get the win tomorrow. The Everton lost, so what a lovely week. It's not even, what's everyone know? Yeah, it's not even the weekend, it's midway Tuesday. And if Everton and United do get knocked out, what a lovely celebration that will be midway through the week. So all the best. Zuma, he's a great signing for West Ham, and he made a lot of experience. On the bright side, our future looks great with the young lads coming through the ranks. Who needs to spend money with these kids we have? And that's a spot on comment there, Jagster. I know us fans probably don't like it, but Liverpool's historically have always brought through young talent, whether you sign them at a young age and then put them into your academy, or you develop them since the age of 5 up until when they're 20 and that. But Liverpool put a lot of emphasis and money into that Kirby facility. I think it was like 50, 20, 30, 40 million in terms of, obviously we were already situated in Kirby, but obviously the Liverpool Young Academy situated in Kirby, but Liverpool's Melwood facility was down the road from Anfield anyway. But a lot of emphasis on Jurgen Klopp and the owners. The drum has been getting beaten over the last couple of weeks. Spend all this money on a Kirby facility. We need to be producing young players, and I think there's no better manager to have, don't you? You know, this Jegs and everyone in the comment section below. Jurgen Klopp, he loves nothing more than developing a young player. Eamon, hello, Velvets. Good run out for the B team tonight. It certainly was, Eamon's. Hi, Eamon's. Guys, well done for beating them. They're stupid. They're supposed to stay for full time. Obviously Norwich. Obviously, yeah, it was disappointing. I think not a lot of Norwich fans probably won't be happy with the way in which they have started life in the Premier League. It's never easy for a newly promoted side, and obviously the expectations. I think Norwich fans want to stay in the Premier League, but it's not as easy as that. And I think a lot of the fans would have liked to have seen them give a bit of a better account, considering now it's difficult when you're playing against Liverpool's still second team is quite strong considering the opposition. But yeah, spot on there, mates. It was difficult for them in large portions of that game. But absolutely spot on there. On the bright side, the future looks great with the young kids. Jack, who needs to spend 20 million each on window, but not only the true Reds in the Prem. Yeah, the Reds have got no money. That absolutely legendary chance. Doug, how you doing, mate? Hope you have a lovely evening. The Dugout Football Channel. Let me know your thoughts on man of the matches, everyone, and I will be reading them out as we end tonight's show. Konate needs to bed in. These are the games for him now. Spot on there, Eamons. As many games as he can play like that, it's even better in the long run. Professional performance tonight from a lot of young Liverpool. I was going to say fans then. Liverpool young players. Hey, Doug, I don't think I'd get you singing last night, though. Was Doug singing? Oh, I'll have to rewind that and we'll have to clip it. But it was a belt anyway. Origi and Minamino were good tonight from the lads from the 1892 Reds podcast. Absolutely spot on there, boys. We're having a lovely evening. Origi and Minamino were good tonight. Jones was good. Konate and Gomez were solid. The only issue I felt Ox with Port tonight, as we were saying, top of the show, boys, weren't we? It was difficult, and given his previous injuries, I think he's playing with a bit of fear. I don't know if everyone else feels like that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But when you watch him, we all want Ox to thrive, because when we signed Ox, I absolutely loved him as a player. Every time, if it did watch England, he was always England's star player. But I think his injuries have very much limited his ability on the ball. He was very athletic as a player prior to his previous injuries in which he's had at Liverpool, but it looks like he's sometimes playing with a bit of fear when he does go into challenges. I mean, from a psychological point of view, it's probably expected due to the severe injuries in which he has hampered his career, but I think when he can get over that, and when he does get a lot of run of games, I tell you, Ox's qualities will shine. Because if you look at Liverpool's midfielders, lads, there's not really. We need goals from midfield, but apart from it, possibly Curtis loves a good bang against the outside the box. But we're looking at goals from midfield. But Ox, Klopp's talked about him playing that false nine this season. But Ox has got that quality in and around the box and inside the box to really get goals. And fingers crossed, Ox can get back to his fully best, to his fullest potential, really. But I mean, tonight didn't have his best game, but it's still minutes. Like we're speaking about Gomez and Canate, minutes under his belt. And I think when we do see the best of Ox, it'd be fantastic for every single one of us, and even better for the lads anyway. Done. Job done. Not perfect, but it's easy to win. On to fourth round. Wouldn't trust Norwich to twist a cow's backside spot on there, Chris. I think they'll be deeply disappointed. Liverpool can expect more from Tsimikas and Taki than Ox and Naby. Yeah, don't get me started on Naby. Apologies, everyone. It wasn't his best performance. I love Ox, but it's time to let go. It'll be interesting, Jugster. I feel for Ox, his injuries, but he's poor tonight. Lost the ball a lot. Couldn't get a foothold in the game. I would like to get. I would look to letting him go. Be very interesting to see what Liverpool do in the next couple of months. After January, if there is any offers for Ox. Minamino man of the match, very much so. I think my man of the match was Curtis or Taki. So let me know your man of the matches in the comment section below. I've been working, but caught most of the second half. Doug, what were your thoughts on the second half there, Doug? I think the first half was probably better from Liverpool, but yet again, still a great performance. Very professional, as everyone was already saying. Katie is fine, by the way, before people think he's injured again. Oh, we've seen that because he very much kicked the surface, didn't he, when coming off all of a sudden. Unfortunately, it looked like he nearly injured himself. I agree, Jack. I don't think Ox has the belief he can get that sharpness back to his game. That injury versus Roma in the UEFA Champions League really has affected him, not just physically there, boys, as well. It's a mental. It's mad. Even as youngsters, when you've played football, if you've had a certain injury, whether that being it does affect you, not just physically but psychologically. But I'm pretty sure Ox will be back to his full best. You can tell Kelly is taking notes from our number one. He's only going to get better. Eamons, yeah. Even last season, Eamons and everyone, not just tonight's performance, but I'm so happy. Like, if the worst does come to worst and Alisson does need a rest this year, Kelly is an excellent debutant, really. His quality is so spot on there, Eamons. Let me know your thoughts on Kelly's performance tonight, everyone. And just Kelly in general, Eamon spot on there. Kelleher training with Alisson is so good for his development. Great choice to have him as a number 2 this year. Absolutely spot on there, boys. The only team I follow are West Ham and you guys, because my mum supports them because of old players like Barnes and Rush, but I support West Ham as I was born in the EL. Absolutely spot on there, mate. Really do appreciate all the support. And as I said, rival fans are very welcome. And I've got the great privilege of speaking to every single one of you and everyone on socials as well. So it's fantastic. I mean, absolutely spot on. It's amazing that your mum supports Liverpool as well. It's fantastic, mate. Kelly versus Allison for #1 shirt next summer. I tell you what, if Kelly keeps on performing like he has, you never know. No chance Jake Styles is #1 for a lot of years. Fingers crossed. But that's what we were saying. We've got to have proper competition. Costas, phenomenal quality down that left. And Kelly behind the sticks as well. It's fantastic. Got Kelly as my goalie in FIFA. He's like that. I'm thinking getting the second goal just killed the game off like a training match the last 30 minutes. Yeah, that's what you need, boys. And it's not going to be the glitziest, glamorous performance, but as every single one is already saying, professional performance, and that's what you just need, innit? Yeah, you're right, but Kelly going to be sniffing around, which is only a good thing for both keepers. Yeah, absolutely spot on there, boys. Good to have competition for positions, and Kelly can push, but unfortunately, he's nowhere near Allison's level. But nothing says he can't work towards that. He can be as good as Allison in the future, very much so, mate. Liverpool and West Ham aren't rivals. At least you're not Spurs. Imagine being a Spurs supporter, right? And the final comment tonight: Bradford away is going to be a tough game, very much so, mate. And we will get him. Hopefully, we're getting Ricky and Luke on. We need that competition. Competition at right back and the AVKMX. And obviously, we've got Bradley, we've got Nico, and then we've got Trent as well. It's as we were saying before, when you're talking about players in certain positions, there's no way you're going to get on par level in terms of Allison for backup, Robbo left back, and Trent. There's always going to be that drop in terms of quality, because if you're looking at replacing that quality, you're looking at what 150 million if you're wanting like for like replacements in all those areas. It's very difficult, but we've got a lot of great young players that were on show tonight. And everyone at home, hope you're having a lovely Tuesday night. Sit up. Hopefully we can watch West Ham do the business against United tomorrow. They have got beat, and Liverpool absolutely run riot at Carrow Road. And shout out to all the amazing travelling cop, as always, in the Norwich away end. Fantastic yet again. Obviously, listen to it on commentary anyway. It was great. Absolutely amazing, as always, the Reds that travel. And everyone at home, sitting at home and cheering the Reds on. Absolute legends. Everyone, thank you for all support. We are watching this on the repeat. Get your comments in. I will be replying to every single one of you. And let all your fellow Reds around the globe know your thoughts on the match, your man of the matches. But a fantastic result from Liverpool as we go marching on to the last 16 of the competition. Fingers crossed we can get a City type draw where we get like a lower down team, but we have to lend a couple of millions to the organisers, don't we, to get that sorted. But Reds, have a lovely rest of your evening, and I'll speak to you tomorrow for another video. Reds, you never walk alone.